am a proudly South African deaf woman, and I know what it feels like to be excluded. But thanks to the Miss South Africa organization, I have a foot in the world of the included, and I want to build a bridge between those two worlds. As your Miss South Africa, I want to partner with the government, corporate South Africa, and anyone who is able to help the excluded, from financially excluded to being differently able, to achieve their wildest dreams, just like I am tonight. Thank you.
Hey family, Gracie here. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you guys are staying well. Yes, right here with me, I'm doing good, I'm well, I'm blessed. And as always, thank you so very much to my community on here that keeps supporting me. I really appreciate and don't take any of you for granted. And of course, if you're landing on this channel for your very first time, we do a lot of stories, amazing, inspirational, viral moments, Black history, anything that we can be able to, express our opinions unapologetically. We do talk about all of those things, as long as we are not trying to hurt anybody, because at the end of the day, this is like a safe space for us to really discuss issues and things. And yeah, so enable the bell button as well so you don't miss any of these amazing juicy stories. And thank you so very much in advance if you are about to do that. Yes, today's video, oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say. I don't know if these people are confused or what. I really don't know. I'm not going to judge South Africans for what they did and what their choices and what they are choosing, right? But I'm gonna bring a lot of people that are saying, oh my goodness, South Africa, you guys, where are you heading? They're literally criticizing South Africa for disqualifying a Black woman and ending up choosing a white woman. Why do I have to talk a lot? Let me bring the stories right here, and then we are going to come back and say something very small about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in the arena, we are off air, but thank you very much for joining us. Did you guys have fun? I hope you did. Thank you. I know you drove from all walks of life, and we hope that you drive home safely. But before we go, I'd really like to chat to our brand new Miss South Africa one more time. Mia, congratulations. Now, Mia, I want to know who is here with you this evening. Are there any members of your family?
I could not hear you.
One more time. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, my mother and my father are here, and I really just want to thank them as well, because they made me the person I am. And I would not be here without their loves, and I'm so happy that they are here with me as well.
Now, Mia, as the brand new Miss South Africa, what will be your first task?
My first task would be to be celebrate, and then I would also go and help create an inclusive society as well. And the first thing I would do is to help create captions for news bulletins, so that my community can also follow and catch up with the news. Thank you.
Now, Mia, every single year, our Miss South Africans choose an advocacy group that they will focus on. Could you tell our members of the media what your advocacy focus will be in the year of your reign?
My advocacy for the year of my reign is inclusivity. And it's for anyone who feels excluded. I want to help to create a sense of belonging for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Mia, she's not going to go anywhere. We're going to ask all our finalists to come back on stage, our Miss South Africa organization members, our judges, and of course, all our sponsors and partners. Mia, I'm going to ask you to just hang 10 so we can take a picture of you, okay?
South Africans, come over here. So this is why y'all didn't want the woman with the Nigerian father representing you, right? Because this is what you wanted. This is the ideal representation of South Africa. This is what, every time a South African looks in the mirror, this is what you see. This is what you see. You swore that you swear that this is a representation of you, to the point that your actual government got involved because they did not want a black woman to represent them, a black woman from Nigeria. This one, your actual government got involved. Your government said, Blackie, go Blackie. Said, come Whitey. I'm doing this with a South African accent because I imagine that's how all of you are. Go Blackie. You, Whitey, come. I love you, my Whitey. Ooh, Whitey, I love you. This is it. This is what y'all wanted, right? So now I believe every South African is at home right now, just feeling this sense of relief, this sense of happiness. They finally gotten a representative, someone who looks like them, someone who every time they look in the mirror, they reminds them of them to represent them on the international stage. See, now we know why. You see, there's a video going around. I'm not gonna upload it, but as much as I want to, I'm not gonna upload that video. It's that video of a white family walking in South Africa and the black man following them, praising them, calling them gods. You already know. I'm not gonna add. I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, that one. So yes, how are people like y'all are South Africans? I think it's fair to say that y'all literally are the worst, the absolute worst type of black people to exist in this world today. And I say this with a fucking straight face. If you're South African, go ahead and unfollow me. I don't give a I don't care how much you're so pro-black and you're embarrassed by your people. Fuck you. Get the fuck away. You're trash just like the rest of them. Because there's this mentality, there's this concept that because I have a platform or something, like I'm not supposed to be just as fucked. Oh, I'm more fucked up than you are. Like if I ever met a South African in person from today on, a black South African, I probably would spit on their, I'll spit on their toes. Pathetic humans.
Yes, I got the update. My God, it all began with African unity and, allowing a South African citizen, even if you are from another country, to represent South Africa. And it turns out it's a prima facie case because the mom got her ID fraudulently. But the story does say that she was not aware because she was here in South Africa since she was a baby. So she may be innocent in all this, and the real culprit is her mom. So she's the one who needs to face the law. So guys, only thing I can ask is, leave her alone for now. Let the law take its course. But I need to ask you though, such detectives you guys are, you were relentless. You went and said, no, there is an issue. She is doing something. There is something not right with the parents. We need to figure it out. You forced the minister to pressure Home Affairs to release the details about this. And I thought, you know what? This is a beauty pageant. It's just a beauty pageant. Let's be honest. Where was this energy when we had major crimes being committed? If you used this kind of energy and focus, load shedding would have been gone years ago. And all those tenders, all those tender rigging would have been gone. Things would have been done properly. The schools would be functioning. Our roads would be fine. Food prices would remain low. Our rand exchange rate would be normal. If you put this energy for the cars that you buy, not too long ago, a Polo Vivo used to cost 150,000 rand. Now you're going to spend more than double. All because of rand exchange rate and corruption. Where was this energy? If you can apply to this, you can save the country fully. Can I hope that if you can do this, you can uncover the entire fraud network of all the politicians and all the bankers and all of the businesses overseas that are stealing wealth under your feet? Because if you can show courage for this, surely we can solve the bigger problems.
Yo, I'm super fired up and geared up for this one. But first of all, congratulations to the lady. I think she's beautiful, gorgeous, smart, and talented. But also, there's something that is very unique. She's the first ever deaf woman to be crowned Miss South Africa. And I heard her talking about inclusivity. And I'm assuming that in this sense, she means bringing people from her community, people with disabilities, to take up such spaces and opportunities, which I know for sure it's a rare thing for these people to really enjoy and take up such opportunities. So yeah, that's really a good cause. But Also, South Africa parades the fact that it is a rainbow nation with inclusivity and diversity, but we must all get ready and get used to the fact that this inclusivity and diversity is not including all other Africans, but rather whitey people and the South Africans. And this is very evident with the Chidimma case, who was literally disqualified because I guess of her fraudulent identity theft, which we all know she never participated in this. She was born there, she was an infant, and if there's anybody that needs to be dealt with, it is your government, because they connived with the mother and they stole this identity from someone else. So, but we must also admit that at some point all of these things are not going to make sense to all of us, because we do not live in South Africa. So we do not know why they choose to choose whoever they want to choose. But I must admit as well that the confusion, this is so confusing, right? But I must admit that this confusion is maintained and created by South Africans themselves, because there's a big elephant in the house, but they refuse to deal with that. And when I talk about the elephant in the house, you're talking about the YTEA people that had to leave South Africa after your independence, but they remained there to an extent that they actually own majority of the wealth in your country. So they are the ones that need to really, really be dealt with. I feel like from the time when Chidimma was a young child to where she is at right now, they have been paying taxes, and they have not really been stealing anything. Everything is been gotten legally out of hard work and all of that. So I think the people that they had to deal with were the white people, but because they left them to live with them, then this confusion will always continue to go on and on until when probably they will get tired. Now, I do know that a lot of them are going to come out, look at you guys, you were talking about Chidimma, now look, she's involved in identity theft and all of that. We must admit that you guys, I'm not talking about all of you, but I'm talking about those specifically that didn't want her to become Miss South Africa. You guys abused and insulted and bullied this woman before you even got to know the real truth. Yes. And you took it upon yourself just to make sure that you involve the government, just to make sure that they disqualify this woman. So, is she gonna ever get any apology, because you guys are telling other people to apologize because they've been forcing you to accept this lady that is not South African, right? But are you ever gonna apologize for the insults that you threw at her, because she is not the one that did this? It is her parents and your governments. Is she ever gonna get any apology for this? But also, let's not pretend that you guys really love black people so much. South Africans, and not all of them, right? But there's a group of South Africans that feel like they are the best of all Africans. They are better than anyone else, and that's the reason as to why they stereotype each and everyone else. They feel like everyone wants to run and go and stay in South Africa. I do understand that, yes, maybe it's a beautiful country and people want to come over there. I don't have any desire to come and encounter hate, but I also know that there are amazing people in South Africa, right? But yeah, not everyone wants to really come in South Africa. But you guys stereotyping Nigerians and calling them thieves, calling them, scammers and all of that, they're the ones that deal in drugs. We must admit that you have a lot of illegal immigrants, including white people, Indians, Asians, and other people that are in your country that are not even black, but they are there illegally. A lot of them are operating businesses in your country, but illegally, right? But you do not talk about that. But the moment you see a black person, that is your problem. And I think that's really, really a huge thing. But I must also admit that this entire thing of you guys letting these colonizers to stay in your country really took a toll on you, and somehow it is making you think the way that you are thinking. I'm gonna say is something else that probably does not even get talked about that much. In 2023, there's a Ugandan Miss South Africa that was also in the competition, and this lady literally has, I think, one of the parents is really a legit South African, but you guys did the same thing. So what excuse are you going to give to, defend all of this bigotry and insults and abuse and bullying that you throw at other black people? What excuse are you really going to give? It just doesn't make any sense. Well, you guys must admit that at some point you really hate black people that much. And honestly, that lady did not win again, because you guys can't stand it when it's a black person, but when it is an Asian person, when it is a white, he's South Africana, yes, you are very okay with those. But then your people that look like you don't want to accept this. It's not about being in your country illegally. You all must admit that you feel like you're better than other Africans, but you also hate other Africans because you feel like they are the source of your problems. But you are ignoring who is really the source of your problems. Again, not all of you, but I think you guys need to admit to this, because at this point, you are exposing who you really are. We are not going to call you xenophobic word, but you are Afrophobic, and not all of you. But yeah, it just we will get used to the fact that you will elect whitey people to be whoever you want to be. There's nothing that you can say that is going to say otherwise, because even when it came to elections, you refused to vote Malema, you voted DA, the white man. Yes, because you feel like closeness to whiteness is your salvation. And honestly, the reason as to why you guys are still in the same position and you're complaining of whatever you're going through, it's because you left the whitey people to be in your country. They are the ones that own the majority of the wealth. And yes, you guys do have a lot of illegal immigrants from the whitey people. If a person like the DA can even, like, he's a foreigner, first of all, as much as he applied to be a South African and all of that, if he can own a party, right, in South Africa, but then a lady that is born in your country can't be South African enough, then what does that have to say? You guys are confused. You guys are confused. Come for me, it's okay, but I'm just gonna express my opinions unapologetically. And you guys, those of you that are watching me, put your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll see you in another video. I'll love you all, and bye.